Lisbon, Bali, Medellin. You've heard of those digital nomad hotspots many times before.
But what if I share with you one that is never spoken about before?
One that is nestled in the beautiful Mediterranean Sea with long beaches, rich culture, delicious food.
Look at that, see that juice coming out.
And a growing digital nomad community.
What I'm describing to you is Antalya, Turkey, one of the main cities that makes up the Turkish Riviera, running from Antalya all the way to Bodrum, a region that rivals the best beaches you can find in hotspots like Italy, Croatia, or Greece. In this video, we will cover all that you need to know to make your decision on whether Antalya is the place for you to lock in as your next digital nomad home, or maybe even just a quick trip like us to take in everything this region has to offer while working remotely. First up, we'll cover housing, which can often be the deciding factor between a short and long trip in a given city. The great news is that you can find many affordable options if you are traveling on a remote job salary, and the longer you stay, the better of a deal you're going to get. I'm traveling with my cousin, so our requirement is for a 2-bedroom apartment that is close to or within the main city center. When planning your trip a few months in advance, you can easily find a month-long stay for somewhere between $1,000 and $1,300 a month on Airbnb. Secondly, we've got food, and here in Antalya, food prices are pretty affordable, so if you wanted to eat out for most meals, you easily could. The fanciest places cost roughly 30 USD per person for one of the best restaurants in Antalya. Well worth it, I'd say. And your average meals goes within the range of $10 to $15, and sometimes even less if you visit local spots like esnafs, which is Turkish for tradesmen. These places are equally as delicious and offer you a different side of Antalya that is just as cool to check out.
So we're doing the fastest zip line?
Yes.
All right.
And folks, don't forget to protect yourself and those you love with insurance. I've partnered with Safety Wing, which is a company that specializes in travel and health insurance, with a product they call Nomad Insurance Complete that is specifically tailored to long-term travelers, expats, and digital nomads. Complete is essentially a global healthcare plan that can be used while traveling, but also back home. It covers emergencies, medical evacuation, mental health support, adventure sports, and even includes travel coverage such as last-minute cancellations or lost luggage. I am always sure to buy coverage for my trips, just in case I have an emergency or just simply want to have a routine checkup. Nomad Essential covers only emergencies, so it's best for short-term trips, whereas Nomad Complete is best for travelers like me who spend the majority of the year abroad. If you're interested, please use our link in the description below, or you can scan this QR code. If you make a purchase there, it will be no extra cost to yourself, but it really helps support this channel. Next, we have the quality of community in Antalya. During our time in Antalya, we have had nothing but positive experiences with both locals and expats.
I'm from Chicago, he's from Texas.
Oh, Chicago, Texas.
Yeah.
America.
America. You guys like America? Good,
Yes.
bad?
Okay,
brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
There we
man,
go.
you know, like you stood up.
Exactly. Turkey-America friends.
Yeah.
The majority of the locals in Antalya don't speak a ton of English, but that has never been an issue since everyone here is using Google Translate when in these moments.
Take a walk around for an hour or so.
There is a small but growing digital nomad group that primarily congregates at one of the most beautiful co-working spaces I have ever seen. The place is simply called Co-working Antalya, and don't expect fancy furniture, but do expect an incredible view. The one thing you may want to consider is that now, at the time of shooting this video, internet speeds are somewhat limited in most places along the Turkish Riviera. Now, keep in mind, we are YouTubers, so we require extremely fast internet, but if you're not uploading hundreds of gigs of 4K video, this part is a little less relevant because the internet speeds are still fast enough for pretty much all types of video calls and other basic needs that most digital nomads are using. That said, the fastest speeds we're able to find were at the U1 Coffee overlooking Konyaaltı Beach, which was also the most beautiful place to work from. When we measured the internet speeds, we found the download was 400 megabytes per second, and the upload was a bit weaker at 56 megabytes per second, but still fast enough for what our needs were. The other cafes we went to ranged in the 20 to 30 megabits per second download speeds and 5 to 20 megabits per second upload speeds. The nightlife in Antalya can get wild. It is a hot destination for Turks coming from Istanbul, Ankara, and other parts of the country. And those visiting enjoy letting loose during the time they're here, especially in the summer months when the days are longer. There's great food, as mentioned before, that you can follow up with a night out in the Old Town. We found everyone to be friendly and welcoming, so anytime we went out, we had a blast. I recommend you to learn some Turkish words, even if it's just a few, because it goes a long way to break the ice and build a new connection.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, brother. Cheers to this.
Given that this is primarily a holiday destination, the leisure component of the city is pretty high. Personally, I enjoy this since I tend to be on the opposite end of the spectrum, working long hours and at a high intensity. So when I'm in a contrasting environment, I'm able to unplug much easier.
The John Schley Good. Look at that. That thing just can't even stop. I think you broke it. Holy sh**. Does that mean you won?
That means I won. I get to take it home.
Oh, all right. Hell yeah.
There are numerous different cafes along the beach with incredible views, which you can find all over the city.
You can spend an entire day here with the amount of different options you have for food, cafes, bright and early. Probably can even watch sunset in one of these directions wherever it sets. And it's a place full of so many water sports as well,
making it easily to lock in while feeling inspired. It is the type of place that anytime you look up from your screen, you are surrounded by a vibrant atmosphere. Antalya isn't short of things to do. In fact, if you want a comprehensive list on the best things to do in this incredible beach town, I've made a separate video for that exact reason, covering 20 of the best. But in summary, you can quickly go from walking through impeccably preserved ancient ruins in the day.
This is Antalya!
To diving in the crystal clear waters of the Mediterranean, to a recharging hammam in the city center, all within the same day. Plus, to make things even better, you can always rent a car and visit any of the numerous beach destinations that sit along the coastline of the surrounding cities like Kaş, Fethiye, and many others. It's hard to get bored here in Antalya, trust me. So folks, I will leave it to you to decide on if this is one of the best new hotspots for working as a digital nomad. Personally, I love this place and plan to come back here for an even longer period of time. The food, culture, weather, and overall vibe makes this an amazing place to live and work from.
Antalya, we love you.
And don't forget to grab yourself Nomad insurance. Nobody likes paying for insurance until they need it. Don't be that guy. Thank me later, and see you next time.